fix. What's up, people? It's your boy, Puerto Rock 77, and welcome back to another episode of 60 Frames No Lag Podcast. And we talking episode 28? Damn. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. Let me make sure there ain't no background noise or any weird stuff like that. But I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you're here rocking out with me. We're going to have a great time, and I got a great panel. I got a special guest. We'll introduce him in a few, and I appreciate it. A lot of people have been requesting. I also have another special guest that should be coming on soon, and hopefully he does. I know many of you requested them, so we can have great insight and great topics. And then, of course, I'll link the channels. But we're going to start off with the panel members. We're going to start off with Titanfall Princess. What's going on, girl?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm sorry I missed you guys last week. You know, life happens. I apologize, but I'm here this week. Hey, enjoy the show and hit that like button.
Awesome.
On the way out.
Yeah,
hit that like button.
There you go. Hit that like button. Yeah, and Titanfall Princess has a podcast every Friday, the Tip Podcast, so check that out. I'm also on there. Now, next, we got my boy, the pettiest gamer on the internet, Allday Video Theory.
What up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the show. I'm here on time this week because my beach cruiser is full of air, and ready to talk some games, man.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for showing up, brother, man. Glad you're here. I'm looking for your insight.
Yeah,
and also, another panel member who I like to say, top flight security of the world, Craig. What's going on, Craig Harris? How's everything?
How's it going, Puerto Rock? Thanks for the vine. Always a pleasure. All day. Princess, Kofi. Let's kick the tires and light the fires.
Okay. And definitely, and the special guest, and again, many of you were requesting him, pretty much all of you. We got Press Start Kofi. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for taking the time out to join the podcast.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, it's Press Start Kofi. Check out my channel for gaming content. Check out Press Start Podcast as well. Yeah, it's good to be here, man. Let's talk games.
Yeah, it was awesome podcast. I went on that podcast a couple of weeks ago. I think it was like something like that. Awesome podcast. So yeah, definitely.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, awesome. So let's get to it. We're gonna start off with Forza Horizon 3. So they created the new DLC came out with Hot Wheels and stuff. And I even have to admit, all day could attest to this. I can't stand racers. I think it's the shittiest genre ever.
Jeez.
But no, for real. Like if you ask me, why the hell do I want to pay $60 to drive the same 2012 Corvette and make left turns on the same damn track? It's genre. It's the worst genre ever. But when I saw the Hot Wheels, I could see what some people were talking about because it kind of did bring flashbacks when I was a kid and shit, like the way the tracks were made and anything. So have any of you played this DLC and could talk about it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it last night.
So what's going on? How is he?
Man, it's fire, bro. Like I'm a big Forza fan or just racing fan in general. So, to me, I haven't really spent that much time. Maybe like an hour and a half, almost 2. But it's fucking great, and this is a prime example of good DLC. You know what I mean? Like something worth your money. You know what I mean? It's not like some half-ass, car packs or you get a new windshield wipers or nothing like that, bro. It's like I think it's feasible. You know what I mean? And the price they're asking for it, $20. I mean, this a lot of developers should take notes on how to make good DLC or good expansions for that matter. But it's good, man.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So the studio is made by Playgrounds, right? This is a studio that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed with that studio on the content they do. And I think the studio grew even bigger. So now they're making another game, multiplayer game, open world.
Yeah, RPG.
Okay. How about you, Kofi? Did you play this game?
Yeah,
I know you play everything, bro.
Yeah, I actually got it, and I streamed it for about an hour. I'm also a big Forza fan, big fan of the Motorsport series. Love the Horizon series. I actually think Forza Horizon 3 is Xbox One's best game currently. And yeah, man, the DLC is really good, man. I was actually really surprised when I hit my first turbo boost. I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, it really took me off guard. And it's absolutely beautiful. I'm playing the game on my PC, and it runs extremely well. It looks great, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving deeper into the game. It looks like something I'm gonna really enjoy. As of now, this game has took $200 from me though, so I'm gonna have to with it, man.
Wow.
I have a question for you, Kofi. So you playing on your PC, right?
Yeah.
But are you running it at 4K?
Of course. Of course.
Ultra
You already know I'm putting my GTX 1080 Ti.
If not, there's a
work. Yeah.
for you. Now that's cool, bro. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, Princess, you played it? Because I know you another one that plays everything.
Actually, I gotta say, you guys are probably going to dislike me for this one, but I do have Forza Horizon 3. All right, I played it last year, but I really didn't get into it, because I did play it, and I played it for a while, and I know it was open world, but then you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. I do not have the DLC. I didn't try the DLC. Okay, so I really don't have much to say. I'm not that big on racers. I like racers to an extent, but I'm not a big racing person. Do I get the games? Yeah, and I do play them. This one I just couldn't get into. I just would rather the regular forces.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about you, Craig? You got an Xbox? You got an Xbox?
Yeah, I'll be. It's there. It's the firemen cleared it because it was a hazard. It was getting dusty, but yeah, this actually not really. I'll be picking that up next Friday. I'm coaching Little League baseball to the head coach comes back from shoulder surgery, so my gaming time is limited. But yeah, the Hot Wheels thing, yeah, that got me. That really reminded me when I was a kid. So I'll be getting it next week. I'm excited.
Yeah, and normally I'm a hater for racing games, but I gotta look at this one. That one does look kind of fun. It does look like it brings out the kid, and ultimately that's really what games are supposed to do. It's supposed to just be fun and shit. And stuff like that. But it's kind of sad that somebody thinks that it's the best game on Xbox, because the day of race is the best game on console. I will burn that shit.
That's a good series, though.
It pains my heart to know that Gran Turismo is the number one selling franchise on PlayStation. Yeah, I'd be like, that sucks.
Like, I wonder if it still is. We'll have to see with GT Sport. I wonder if that's gonna blow up. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that thing. I already telling you. Like I said, I have no dog in this whole racer versus racer fight. I think whatever, but I guarantee that game's gonna sell like 10, 12 million. It's gonna be like the number one selling game on PlayStation. I'm gonna be like,
oh, you think so?
Oh yeah,
GT Sport.
I don't know why.
We'll see if they still got it.
I really think in my heart, bro. I really think that
it's gonna do well, though.
It's gonna sell. I feel like they're gonna sell a lot, but I feel like it's gonna be probably behind in terms of where Forza has led the racing genre. You know what I mean? Because the development cycles of those games are really long, bro.
What do you guys think? Do you think it's gonna be doing GT6 numbers?
Oh yeah, GT6 was like the lowest selling. It's gonna blow by. Yo, that thing sells like 5 million on the PSP. Like who the fuck? Like who? I'm like, what? I'm like, the game is ridiculous. Like I think
we'll see if they still got it. It's a big brand, It's a real big brand for Sony.
Yeah, I think GT6 sold like 6 million, and they were like, oh, that's terrible numbers. I'm like, what the fuck? This is terrible. I'm like, oh man, forget on that. This. Let's move on to the next topic because racing games just suck in general. Nah, I'm playing. No, man, it's for you, idiot. So the next topic. All right. So rumor of 2 Metroid games in development. The one appearing at E3. So there's this Nintendo Insight or whatever, and they're saying that Retro Studios is developing a Metroid Prime 4, and then another studio is developing another new entry to the Metroid game.
Oh god, I hope it's not a fucking side scroller, bro. I swear.
And supposed to be one of them is supposed to be at E3. So what if it's a Metroid Prime 4? What do you guys feel about that franchise? Metroid.
That's crazy.
Well,
hype, bro. Hype.
First of all, I love the Metroid series. Okay, and if they are developing 2 games, to me that's going to be a big thing. Okay.
Is it a system seller for you?
It may be, yeah, because I love Metroid. And it would only be, it would only be that though, because I also love that Mario game that's coming out too as well. So, I love Zelda, so that's another one. Okay, but I don't know if you guys ever played it on the game on the Wii U. It was called Nintendo Land. If you guys ever had a Wii U, and it had a Metroid game on there, and it was fun. So I was thinking that maybe Nintendo was gonna release a Metroid when I saw that on the Wii U.
Right.
But anyway, I'm confused about one thing, because I thought, and I was told by a lot of people, that Nintendo wasn't supposed to be at E3.
No. Okay, so
They're just not having a conference. I saw that.
they just don't do a live
But
conference.
they have a booth, right?
Yeah,
They
they're
do-
gonna
they
have a
do-
station
yeah,
and
they
they're
have
gonna have
booth.
all of that.
Oh, they just got a station. It's just not gonna do anything live. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just not doing a
Yeah.
live show like
But-
Xbox and PlayStation. Stuff like
But
that.
if they have this to reveal, why even if they
Oh,
just
it's
reveal
good.
this, why don't they have just a small spot? Because this is big. If it's real,
think-
it's big.
They do a
I've been-
treehouse.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been having like a couple of discussions with people about this, and I don't really see the big deal. Like I know why people are getting like so fed up that Nintendo this year is not doing a live conference. Look, they haven't done a live conference for like the last 5 years now. So what's new? Basically, how I feel about the situation is I don't really care how I get the announcements, guys. You know, whether it be pre-recorded, whether it be live on stage, all I really care about is the quality of the announcements. You know, the games that's showing. So Sony could right now be like, I'm not doing another E3. We're doing pre-recorded shows. I would not give a shit because I just
Facts.
care about the games. I just
That's
care
true.
about
No,
the
that's a good
part.
point. That's an excellent point. That's an
but
excellent
I understand people like to see the live shows, people come on stage, do all this talking and stuff because it's like tradition at this point, you know. So people, when they don't get that, people are not used to shit that they're not used to. You know what I'm saying? But Nintendo's been doing this for 5 years now. It's nothing new. All I care about is the announcements. If they just show dope games, whatever on their direct E3 direct, then I'm happy. That's all I really care about. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
hey, PSK, on some real shit though. Check this out. Do you feel like E3 is headed towards more of a yearly Comic Con type of feel? Because that's what I feel like it's doing. I don't feel like it's gonna be. I feel like it's heading toward a more event. I mean, it is an event, but so much not for the industry. So much it's for everybody. It's a special gathering. You know what I mean? Because I mean, let's be honest, bro. Companies can sit there and post a trailer on their YouTube channel and just get the same response as they would if they was on stage. You know what I mean? So I feel like E3 is headed towards a con-esque type of
Well,
presentation.
they're opening it up to the public, so you may be right
Right.
on that, right? So this
Yeah.
could be the start of E3 becoming, you know, more like a Comic-Con style thing, because
Right.
now you can buy tickets and go.
Yeah,
It definitely has to evolve. Like the way that we receive information nowadays is like
so fast.
yeah, like you could just look how effective it was for Rockstar just to drop a little teaser of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
You know, even like that
It
alone.
was just a
is
picture.
that alone was the promotion was they didn't need no stage time, they didn't need no promotion. They don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. Yeah.
So yeah, the people who are making like a big deal that Nintendo's not having a live show, I think it's really it's not a problem.
That part.
We should just really care about the announcements and the quality announcements that they show. That's what people should really care
That part.
No, I agree with that.
Craig, what you think about a Metroid Prime? A possible Metroid Prime 4?
I've never played a Metroid game, but I do know that.
Okay, we don't need your comment. Next.
But I'm excited.
Oh shit!
Oh
No,
my
I'm
God.
excited for
Hold on.
They're
Let's hear
gonna have to
Pet
do a
Rock.
remaster for you.
Let's hear from the Pet Rock. He probably has more to say than he does.
Go ahead, go ahead.
The Pet Rock
Yeah,
probably
well,
played.
no,
He didn't.
I'm excited for the fan bases though. If this is true, this is something for everybody to rally behind. And just because I haven't played it doesn't mean I didn't like it. I just
Let's ask Craig a question real quick, because I just have to know a little bit of backstory to this information that you just filled out. So why haven't you ever played a Metroid? Like you just never got around to it, or
just never got around to it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
let me ask you, what was the first year Metroid dropped?
80? What was it? 88?
88. I was playing on PC.
Oh, okay.
I was playing flight sims and things like that on PC.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But it's nothing against the series. I know it's a very popular series, and I'm excited for the people if they do get their games. So I'm kind of like Kofi on the sense that I'm just happy there's another fish in the water, so to speak.
Right.
So that's what I'm more excited about. It's no diss on Metroid. There's a lot of games I haven't been able to play, but I'm still excited for them to come out.
On the real, I love the Metroid Prime franchise to where you're gonna hear this shit now.
That's like the Dark Souls before Dark Souls, man.
If Nintendo announces
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 confirmed for the Switch, I'm getting me a Switch over an Xbox. Sorry.
That part.
Oh,
Yo, you don't have a Switch already? What's wrong with you, bro?
No, get the fuck out. For what?
Oh shit! Here we
But
go.
Metroid Prime? Metroid Prime?
You
got me, dog.
don't want me to call the Switch Gang Warriors, man.
No, I'm in.
I got them on speed dial. You already know, as the founder, I got them on speed dial. If they announce a Metroid Prime, I'm down with the Joy-Con boys.
Bro, you got.
I'm gonna
Gang.
tell you something. I would do the same thing. I got one over a Scorpio right now too. If they're gonna announce this, and then we got Mario coming out the end of the year, and I can pick up my Zelda. Come on, it's more. Come on.
And if they could do a punch out, stop it,
bro.
Yeah,
Like
I ain't doing none of that.
you're taking it.
No, you need to stop that.
Y'all reaching. Y'all reaching now.
now I'm reaching.
Yeah, you reaching now.
If they bring it
back reacher.
I don't give a shit if they use that Joy, that cow milk and motion control shit. If they do that shit with punch out,
they did announce Super Punch Out, bro. It's called Arms.
no, they didn't. They did.
Oh, forget that arm shit. Now you crazy. Now you're reaching.
Yeah.
You're reaching now with that long arm. With that
little stretch arm strong. You know what I'm talking about? But no, I think I don't know, man. The one on GameCube was so flawless. I think that game's a 10 out of 10 to me, bro.
One of the
yes.
That game was crazy. I didn't play part 2, but part 1 when I first got it, man, I was blown away.
Yes.
I was really blown away. The visuals alone, they probably still hold up right now.
They're gonna use them CUDA cores.
CUDA. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Dope game. They just that other M is where they completely lost me. They completely lost me with that other M.
That's when they started getting weird. I'm like, man, this Nintendo's messing up.
Yeah.
Hey, Kofi, so hey, since you're speaking of the Switch, what you playing now on it? Play Mario Kart?
Right now, yeah, Mario Kart. I have like 45 hours plus in Mario Kart right now.
Damn.
Man, let's get it in later on, bro.
The game is absolutely spectacular, and I know it's a port, yeah, but a lot of people missed out on it, right? So, hey, if you never played Mario Kart 8, Jesus Christ, it might be the best car racing game I ever played, and I played a lot of them. Played from Diddy Kong to 64.
I think that Sonic one was hard.
Oh my god, I can't believe Matt said that. Yo, Sonic Transforms is so booty, bro. It's so booty.
Are you serious? Oh,
I played Transform. I played the All Stars. I didn't really rock with it, man. I didn't rock with it.
What? It was good.
Mario Kart 8 is
but I think we'll contest against that is probably Double Dash, bro.
Yeah, Double Dash was pretty hot. Like I would like to see like a Double Dash 2 next. Now that they already released this, so maybe they'll release another Mario Kart. But it's crazy to me if you guys really take it in. Like this year alone, like Nintendo has dropped all their big names this year. All their big names is coming out this year. I mean, we got a Mario Kart out. Yeah. We got Zelda out. We got a full 3D Mario out. We got Xenoblade coming out. So like it's pretty crazy. So I'm looking forward to see what they got in the future now. Now that like Zelda's out first year,
so wait,
Mario's out first
year. Is it every month we got like a big game coming out? It seems like
this month is nothing crazy. What Minecraft, Whack, Super Ultra Street Fighter 2, okay, I guess. This Gaia or whatever 5 complete. It's decent. It's whatever, But next month, I think Splatoon or ARMS comes out, which ARMS actually looks surprisingly all right. I heard you could play with a controller, so I'm down.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I heard if it was all like motion controls and stuff, I'm not really into that. But I heard you could play with a controller, so I'm super down to try it out. And honestly, looking at recent gameplay, the game has gotten a lot more interesting to me. It might be a pretty damn good game. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I know Splatoon coming out. Then after Xenoblade 2 is coming out. So I would say if you're into Nintendo's IPs, you like Nintendo games, right? And you're hesitant about getting a Switch now, I'll say wait. I think the best time to get a Switch is probably around Christmas, to be honest, because all these games will be out and there'll be a lot more options. Hopefully, Virtual Console will be out by then. Hopefully, they will sort out this online better. So probably the holiday season might be the best time to get a Switch if you're interested. And portable gaming, man. Portable gaming, I love playing it. I use my Switch 90% of the time in portable mode. And I just love it.
Yeah, mine too. Hey, is NBA the online working for the NBA yet? The playgrounds?
I don't even have that on the Switch. I don't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I'll
it's
definitely agree with you with that. If you're thinking of the Switch, the holiday time would be a good time to do it. You're 100% right on that. Because, like you said, other stuff's going to be out. They may even do something with the new Mario game that's coming out with a bundle or a package deal or something. And then you got these other games coming out. I 100% agree with you. If you're on the fence, wait. You're right. On any console, not even just Nintendo. If you're on the fence, wait until you see games that are out there that you want to play and then pick it up. You don't always have to go. People don't realize you don't have to go buy stuff day one all the time. As long as you support, that's all that matters. As long as you support all gaming, that's all that matters. It had nothing to do from day one. Everybody worries about day one numbers. No, it's what happens at the end of a year, at the end of their fiscal year, or at the end of the generation, what goes on. And throughout the generation, I mean, so what? The first month a console or games don't do well, but it don't mean that 6 months from now, they ain't going to pick up speed.
true.
Yeah.
True.
Some people may not even have money to do it all at one time. People don't realize there are some people who game who don't have money and has to do it slowly. So they cannot do it. They're on a budget.
Yeah.
But even with that, Halo Wars 2 is still going to stay a flop. So, anyway, hey.
That
I don't care about no Halo now. Oh Lord, you had to go there.
No, but I'm telling you, if Metroid Prime gets announced, I'm buying. I'm gonna be Switch gang. Me and Kofi.
Low key, it might be a really big year for Nintendo. Look, I feel like Nintendo has just as much to prove this E3 with their Direct as Microsoft. To be honest, they got to really prove to us that, like, yo, they're bringing the games, But so far, it's looking good. Like what I've been hearing, and the fact that Nintendo combined their mobile and console studios to one makes me believe that there's a console Pokemon coming, and that's gonna be huge, people. Like
Pokemon,
you don't know when Pokemon drops. You might not be into that, but when that drops, that's gonna do big numbers for the Switch. You guys already know.
I have to say, I honestly think that Microsoft has more to prove than Nintendo does.
Yeah, probably. Probably a little bit more, because right now the position that Microsoft is in, like, we don't know what direction they're really, really going in, and we don't know much, and we don't know much about their games in general. Like, what's going on?
Also, they can announce games, but you don't hear of Nintendo canceling shit. You hear of Microsoft doing that. No, you laughing, but it's the truth. I mean, people went out on a PlayStation side, and they went out like a couple days. All right, I would say like maybe 17 days before Scalebound was supposed to come out. I bought.
Oh yeah, I was one of them. Yeah, I was one of those people.
Yeah, exactly, and bought the Xbox. Exactly, bought the Xbox, and then 2 weeks later they cancel it. Now people say, "Well, why did they buy it before the game came out?" Because some people are on a goddamn budget. They can't buy the game and the console or everything all at one time. They got bills to damn pay. They got maybe mortgages to pay, rent to pay. They got electric, gas, whatever. They got all these bills to pay, car insurance. They got a life. So you can't do that. But that's what I'm saying. You can't do that.
Yeah,
and that's what. I know you are. See, and I mentioned that to somebody when I was talking to them. I said, I know somebody that did that, and they said, "Why do you buy for?" I said, "Oh, so he was supposed to come out in 17 days. He waited until last minute to buy the console. How much later can he wait?"
That hurt my feelings.
You cancel the game. I know it did. It hurt.
Me personally, I mean, maybe I'm just different, but I'll be more suspect of Nintendo than Xbox, because we could talk about Phil and the plans for first party, but at least they have third party support. And let's say if you only own an Xbox, as a minimum, you're going to get great games from the third party that provides on your platform. Sure, you could play it on another platform, but let's say if you can only afford one console and you made that choice to buy an Xbox, you at least know you're going to get great games. With Nintendo, it's really a coin toss with them, because if they don't push first party and they don't establish relationship with third party, your shit could be dry as hell. I mean, look at the Wii U.
True.
That shit was dry as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
But at least with the Xbox, you at least know you're going to get your Call of Duties, you're going to get your Maddens, Star Wars and stuff like that. At the very least, you'll get that. With Nintendo, you might not get nothing. You're going to have to wait for the next Nintendo IP. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm just personally
I'm just personally hoping with the Switch that game release like how it did on the 3DS, because if it releases like that, I think the Switch will be completely fine. Because realistically, I ain't trying to play the biggest multiplats on the Switch. I know there'll probably be some people who will be down for that, but I think the majority are getting a Nintendo Switch or wants a Nintendo product to play their IPs. You know what I'm saying? They want to play the Mario Karts. They want to play Smash. They want to play Donkey Kong. That's the games that people are looking forward to play. They want to play the Fire Emblems. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Nintendo, I feel like what they got to truly deliver is just be consistent with the releases. You know what I'm saying? Every month, if there's at least one major title, or every month and a half there's at least one major title, then it's good. You know what I'm saying? And they can really fill the gaps with Wii U ports. A lot of people skipped on Wii U ports. I feel like, look how well Mario Kart 8 did. Like, it just shows you how bad the Wii U was, right? Because this shit, Mario Kart 8 released on the Wii U, it didn't break no records. Released it on the Switch, breaks all sorts of records. You know what I'm saying? It really shows that the Wii U was actually a real flop. So I feel like this is the perfect time for all those games that didn't sell well on the Wii U, Bayonetta 2, maybe Wonderful 101. Put them on the Switch. This is probably the best time to put it, because people are looking for new games to play, just to fill in the gaps for the new games to come out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would be thinking right now.
Yeah, because that's true. Because there's a lot of games that were on the Wii U that were exclusive that the majority of people didn't play, because really nobody really bought a Wii U, because nobody wanted that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if they could put like a double pack of Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 remastered for the Switch,
I think that'll do really well if that came out sooner than later. That'll do really, really well, because people at this point are looking for things to play, right? Yeah. So I think this is the best time if you're gonna do ports. This is the best time to drop them. Now, when people a year down the line, where people are actually looking for new games and stuff to play,
Yeah. But that would be a good concept if they could bring some of those IPs. Because the Wii U is a failure. It is what it is. But some of those IPs probably could breathe new life in, especially if they do it cheap. Like let's say Bayonetta 1 and 2 for like $30, people will be down with that stuff. Now if they try to sell that shit for $120, then Nintendo's bugging.
Why I have faith in the Switch? People always wonder yo, Kofi, why do you think the Switch is gonna do well? The simple reason that it's portable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are underestimating, its portability and how important that is to the system. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The fact that you could take it anywhere.
Bro, when I'm at work,
I take it to work every day, bro.
And I pop out my Switch on my backpack, bro. I feel powerful, bro. I take
it to work every day, bro. I take it to every day with me, man.
Work productivity in this country is gonna go to shit thanks to Nintendo. That's all I hear. When I'm at work, I'm playing the Switch. I'm like, aren't you working and shit?
I think people are underestimating.
Quarterback, they do get a lunch break. Man. They do get a lunch break.
I ain't trying to hear that, man. That shit won't fire my job. They're like, yo, we find a war here. Nah, I'm on my Switch though. Like, yo, chill out. I'm on my motherfucker in the middle of Afghanistan and shit blowing up.
Quarterback, but your job is different than what some other people have to do.
Excuse me, sir. I'm ready to check out. Bitch, don't you see I'm playing Rainbow Road?
Nah, I'm lying, yo. I'm here bullshitting, but we do have video games out there. In fact, when the Xbox 360 first launched, I saw that shit for the first time in Iraq. That shit's bugged out. True story.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
All right. I see a lot of potential in it, man. I actually really do. At this point, it's all up to Nintendo. Are they gonna listen? No, they never listen. So do they at least have the vision right? Who knows? Maybe for some reason I think that the Switch is gonna do well. I think it's gonna have a nice little audience. I think it's gonna do leagues better than the Wii U for sure. That's how I think the main lack of faith is just because Nintendo hasn't really developed the relationship with third party to bring them back, And I think that's just a stigma that they. But the thing is, when you look at handhelds, have a lot of third party support. When you look at the handhelds, they have a lot of third party. The thing is, why do they advertise this? I remember when they first revealed that little commercial, they advertise it like it's a console, which it should be the opposite. It's funny because when you search up, when you go on Google and you search portable console, what do you get? You get PS Vitas. You don't get the Switch. You get PS Vitas and Game Boys. So I feel like they're the same shit, you know. But like honestly, if you have a Switch in your hand, it's not a home console. You know this shit's a fucking portable. The freaking docking station's a flimsy piece of plastic with like a HDMI.
It's a portable system that you can
it's-
dock, bro.
Yeah, it's a
that's-
portable. It's a
that's how they
portable
should-
that you can just dock it, you know. But
Yeah,
I think they don't want to say that they're out of the console race. That's the reason why they're using that whole terminology. They don't want to say, "Oh, we don't have a console. This is just our handheld." You know what I'm saying? They don't want to make it seem like, "Oh, we're backing out of the console race." That's why they're moving like that. But anyone with a brain knows that it's a fucking handheld with a freaking cheap dock system. It doesn't do nothing special on its dock. All it does is turn off the screen and run a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, how you know it's very portable focus is when you even dock some games, they still stay the same resolution. Nothing changes with some games, you know. So yeah, I don't know who Nintendo thinks they fooling, but this shit is a fucking portable system, man. I feel like they're gonna phase out the 3DS soon. I know they just dropped the 2DS and
what's up with that?
They dropped that had people scratching their heads like, okay, I thought you guys were
Hey,
done with this.
PSK, hey, that shit that you posted last week, I don't know when it was, but it was like all those portable, not portable, what am I talking about? The Wii U games. Was that official or that was just fan made? It was like Bayonetta 2. It was like
that was a fan made thing.
Oh,
That was
I
a
got
fan
kind of
made
hype.
thing.
I got kind of hype.
There was a Switch gang.
People were tweeting out Nintendo, so maybe they can actually listen and do that because it would have been actually pretty hot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next topic. So recently Phil Spencer went on Twitter. He does his annual I hate console fanboys and shit like that. This time he said, let me get the quote specifically, so that way I don't paraphrase the dude. I took a picture of it because I had to retweet it out. Somebody asked me to retweet it out for them. But he said specifically, okay, when the specific game discussions turn from playing great games to which piece of plastic I own, I feel like we've lost the plot a bit. Right. So that was the console. So now I'm gonna say my 2 cents. I'm gonna let y'all carry it away. But I find two things funny. All right. Number one, a lot of the people who agree with his comment are the very people he's talking about. That's number one, which I find funny. And then number two, is console war really bad for gaming? Right? I made a video recently that, Phil Spencer, made this thing about console war. And I personally said, you know what? Like, does it really matter? Because the way I see it, if the console war really impacts a gamer, right, it really bothers them or they think gaming sucks because of it. In my opinion, I think you're too deep into social media. You need to back out a little bit, Go turn on your console, play your game, and chill the fuck out because nobody, Rated D, J-Tech, and Crap Game are not with you when you buy a game. Those guys aren't around. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I know when I buy my game, I'm by myself with my credit card, forever alone. And, I buy my game and I play it and I enjoy it. The only person that could impact the decision is my wife. If she be like, why are you making that's the only person that could ruin gaming for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you keep buying all this bullshit. That's it. But other than her, and she doesn't do that. So what you guys think about this? Do you think that gaming really, console war and this age really got to the level of ruining gaming?
A lot of people don't give a fuck, bro.
No one knows about it. Dog, no one knows about it. People
it's
think
like
that
underground.
people think this small
group.
little thing on Twitter and things that mans are just talking shit is the real deal. Dudes don't really care, man. Dudes don't care at all. Like the normal average consumer doesn't even know all of this shit is going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The normal guy that just games on the console don't even know all of this crap is going on. You know what I'm saying? So people make it seem like it's bigger than what it is, really, when it's really not. No one really gives a crap about this whole console war thing that people be taking it to the next level. It's crazy.
One thing I'm going to say one thing I don't like is I got a couple things to say here. But the first thing is when you talk about console wars, the only thing that bothers me about this bullshit so-called console war is that people get too personal with people when they talk about gaming and where they play. They get crazy, they get personal, they troll, they say nasty shit, they threaten people that I don't like. But here's my one thing I want to say when it comes to Phil, okay? Now, I like the fact that he spoke out against this. I really do. but he's not being specific. One thing I do agree with you, Porter Rock, is that the same people that are doing it are agreeing with this, but there are some of those people that are agreeing with him that Phil Spencer talks to. Okay? So he needs to stop that. Okay? We all know that there's one main group that does most of the worst things throughout the year. We all know who they are. We're going to let you know. Okay? Now, to be honest, I don't be with any fanboy bullshit, because when you do fanboy shit, then you start picking on other people just because they're gaming and troll them, which is wrong. Okay? And, you know, and it goes on any side. It ain't just Xbox side, it's both sides, okay? And to me, they're all annoying. They're just annoying. They're like little gnats that you just want to swat. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can go on and on about all this bullshit, but my point is people like Aaron Greenberg and Phil Spencer and others need to name names. Stop the subliminals and be...
No, they can't, though. They got a job to do. They can't.
But why are they so... All right, they can't, but yet they'll socialize with these people on social media. But yet they'll say, this needs to stop, but they don't tell them in a chat.
They're not going to. You should know that.
Yeah.
But then why they associate? No, then they need to stop associating with them. That's one thing they do too much, is they deal with these people on social media too much. No, get yourself around the round table in a conference room. Give us the games. Give us whatever we need. Make your console. Make the games. Get your third parties. Get your exclusives. Open studios. Don't close studios. Don't cancel. Find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Stop being on social media talking to these rejects that don't care about you.
I'll just say this, just to play a little devil's advocate. I mean, in truth, with social media and all this stuff, one person that may consider a YouTuber a fanboy, another person considers them speaking the truth. You know, because really, this is all perception. Nobody on
I agree.
Yeah, nobody on YouTube is an expert at anything. It's just simply
not at all. I'm not.
Just opinions, man.
Yeah, it's opinions, and some people don't look at them as fanboys. Some people look at them as, you know, truth, you know, because they believe in what they're talking about.
But facts are facts. You know, a lot of people say things that are completely not true and spill bullshit. And I think that's where shit goes too far. Just the misinformation. Facts are facts is always like that.
I agree.
Facts are facts.
I completely agree with that. All right, boy. Yep, that's right.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Yeah, so I completely agree with that. But that's just the reality, you know. And it's just like.
My thing too. I don't think Phil Spencer has to answer every tweet either, or he doesn't have to say anything. You know what I mean?
Every time this dude tweets, you know, he's making headlines somewhere. You know.
I mean, Phil Spencer should know. I mean, I talked to him before. He's a cool cat, but he should know everything he says under a fucking microscope more than anybody else. So he's putting himself in a line of fire every time he says something. People are gonna take it and pull it and be mathematicians with it. You know what I mean? Start dissecting and adding and subtracting shit to the story. It's unnecessary shit, but hey, this is the age of social media, so you get what you get. You know what I mean?
I think he's in a position where he just needs to be quiet for a little while and let his work and his plans do the talking for him. Even though it might take a little while to develop, because you know sometimes people are gonna misconstrue what he says, or people, you know, what a lot of YouTubers do, they take what he says and they try to predict his actions. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's a negative or positive spin, people are going to try to predict his actions, and he needs to recognize that. That's why you don't see Yoshida and Andrew House always 24/7. They hardly say anything.
Yeah, they don't talk.
No,
they don't talk.
You know, that's why, you know.
So I kind of respect that. He's, you know, he has his ear to the ground a little bit. He kind of rocks with the community members, but he needs to learn how to pick and choose what he comments on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he talks about when he tries to give his viewpoint as an industry as a whole, because then people are going to be like, well, you're saying this, then how come Sony has no problem doing this? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So people take that and be like, so you're speaking for the behalf of Xbox.
Yeah. So if you're going to speak about Xbox, then don't say industry. Say, you know, single player games having, you know, whatever issues on Xbox. Don't say industry, because then people be like, well, Sony's coming up with 5 more single player games. So they don't seem like they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So he has to be careful who he's trying to represent and stuff. Because some people will call him out for no reason because he doesn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's a cool guy and he's just trying to have a good conversation. But it is what it is, though, you know? I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna call up one of my, my avid 2K players that has Xbox, and then I ask him, "Do you know who Phil Spencer is?" He probably won't even know.
they don't know. They don't. Most of the people don't know who the
They
hell.
won't even know who the fuck he
They're gonna
is.
be like, "Who the hell are you talking about?"
I think most Xbox gamers don't know who Phil
Yeah.
No, all you do is ask him. Do you know what St. Ives is? Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, we
No,
got
I'm joking.
Most people don't even know who that. Most people don't even know that cat who he is. They don't know who's running Xbox. They just play Xbox because that's where their friends are playing.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. You remember? I talked to this with Allday before, but Kofi, you remember that video? What's his name? Steve, that wrestler. Allday, you know what I'm talking about.
Steve Richards, yeah.
Steve Richards. All right, so you know what he said when he made that video, that why he switched to Xbox One, and it was because he was having a lot of issues with his security. A lot his account was getting hacked and whatever. So a lot of people use that video. The fanboys use that as more propaganda and stuff. But what a lot of people missed was what he was trying to tell people. And whatchamacallit. And this is what I like about the video.
He was telling them, I'm a super duper casual.
Yeah, he was just saying, yo, this is just games. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to buy a console and play some games. So with that thought process, he bought a PS4 because that's where his friends was at. He just wanted to play some games with his friend.
That's how I used to get. That's how I used to game before I found out the internet way back when the 360. We were just buying the system where all my friends are at and just play.
Exactly.
Yeah, and some people don't like that. Some people don't want to buy the console because of graphics or because of features. It's my friends are playing it. I want to play with them. I'm getting the console, and that's really it. It's just, and that's how a lot of consoles are still bought and stuff. And I think some people forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic, probably a quick one. But recently Sony hired the former. Let me get this article up. So the former Lionhead Boss for Lionhead Studios is now starting on Monday. Will work with PlayStation.
VR. Who cares?
VR. Who cares? Exactly what I was about to say.
That's what I'm saying. So this is interesting. So his name is Stuart White. Stuart White joined in the newly created role of Director of VR Products Development. He starts a new position on Monday. White was previously studio director at Lionhead, a role he held until the studio closed last year. And he held various positions at Fable as a Fable maker, including operations director, head of production, executive producer. He also spent 3 years working with the studio and Xbox as chief publishing officer. So here's my question, because you don't hear much about PlayStation VR and stuff like that. So now Sony just hired this dude to head their PR VR product development. So, do you think Sony's trying to double down? Like, what's going on with the VR world, man?
VR is quiet, and that's, no one's fronting, no one's talking shit. I actually had an Oculus Rift for a while. I think I had it for like 5 months. Then I got rid of it because that shit was just making me dizzy overall, and I wasn't really using it. And I don't know if the world is really ready for VR like that. Like, look, PSVR has been out for a while and it's done all right. PSVR has sold all right, but when I look for support with PSVR, like it's I know Farpoint is coming now and stuff like that, but VR support seems like it's very lukewarm. It's just not much to choose from. VR support is looking like Switch support to be honest, as of right now, man. It's not really much to look for. Yeah, okay, we got someone in the chat saying Resident Evil 7 Farpoint. Yeah, but I'm just saying overall, like VR has been mad quiet. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have been following off. Like I'd be on Twitter talking with people and be like, "Yo, how much do you guys use your VR set now?" And most people don't use it as much as when they first got it. It has a real big wow factor when you use it. Like I remember when I started using Oculus, blew my mind. But it's just not, for me personally, a practical way to play games, and it's just not for everybody. So I'm curious to see VR, how Sony supports this in the next 3 years. I feel like it's just the world ain't ready for it because it needs a couple of more revisions before it becomes more practical. That's just how I feel.
What you guys think about this? Here's I think
I'm back, guys.
just specifically with VR and Sony. The thing could range anywhere from $400 to $500, depending if you already have the Move controllers and the camera. Let's say if you don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah, VR porn is lit. Yep.
$500.
Absolutely right.
I'm not paying $5 for small $10 experiences. That shit is way too expensive. If you're gonna pay $500 on a product, that screams premium price. No joke. But if you're gonna pay $500 for VR,
yeah, you complaining how much that shit costs here in Canada. That's why we have PSVRs stacked to the ceiling in Canada. I hear some people in the States say, yo, we can't find them. But here in Canada, man, we got so much VR headsets because just the base model VR, the one with no games, no sticks or whatever they're called, that shit's like $500, $540 something. So with the bundle, it's like $6 something. So basically, in Canada, if you want to buy like a VR set after taxes, you're looking at like $700. Who's buying that? Nobody. For the games that they have offered right now, nobody.
To get dressed as Batman? I mean, I'm a big Batman
nobody's running that, man.
I don't got Bruce Wayne.
No, but I mean,
as of right now, the price is not worth the experience that you're getting.
No, I think if it was like 200 to 300 sold, I would have bought one already. You know what I mean? But that 5, nah, it's pushing it. You know what I mean? I really think it's not enough support, man. It's really not.
See, now for me, I really don't care because I'm really not interested in the VR type thing. I know people are, and hey, that's great. It's just like we all like different games or whatever. So if you're into it, that's great. But I agree with when it comes to the pricing, that pricing is a little too pricey, and I think that's wrong. But I don't like I'm not gonna put nothing on my head because I got glasses. Okay, without my glasses, I'm telling you, I can put that VR on. I ain't gonna, everything gonna be blurry and bullshit.
Should be running into walls and shit.
All right. Well, see, I was born with bad eyes, so I had glasses.
You gotta put them on top of the glasses. That's probably uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, hell no. Yeah, and then I agree with what I don't know who said it because I jumped in last, so I'm not sure who was talking. But you were saying how it needs to be, some adjustments need to be made because people are getting, like nauseous after a certain amount of time or whatever on it. It does need to be fixed, and that pricing does need to be fixed because you need, like you said, cameras, everything, and all those wires. Man, you have to get up and move. Man, you're falling on your ass.
Yeah.
You over here looking like fucking Wolverine, Weapon X and shit.
Look, like it definitely needs revisions. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like VR will have a place in
you think we'll get a future? Do you think we'll get a PlayStation VR Slim?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I
think it's possible.
Like a VR bundle.
It needs a couple of revisions. It needs to get smaller. It needs to turn into like maybe one cord or cordless somehow. It needs to be because look, I got the Oculus, and when I put it on, what struck me right away is like, damn, I could still see the pixels. Like you can still kind of see like the screen door, I think what people call it or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like you can still kind of see the pixels, and the resolution on the Oculus is even higher than the one on PSVR. So I can only imagine how the PSVR one is. I actually haven't tried PSVR. Like I said, I had the Oculus, and the resolution on the Oculus is much higher. You know what I'm saying? So there's just a couple of things. Like things needs to be a lot more clear because I remember playing Project Cars. And cars in the distance started looking kind of fuzzy and stuff. Like it's definitely super cool when you put it on. Like I tried I played a whole bunch of games in VR. I have them all on my Steam. But like as soon as you get used to it, you get tired of it fast. But the experience is definitely cool. When you put it on your head for the first time, you're gonna be blown away. I can tell you that much. I
heard that. That's something I did hear.
Didn't the Oculus Rift drop in price?
Oh, I haven't checked recently, but when I bought my Oculus, it was like $700.
I think it's like $390 something now, or $4. I know it's cheaper.
$700-800.
Yeah, it's cheaper now.
Okay. Well, how about you, Craig Harris? What you think about this? Are you a supporter of VR?
Nah, man, I had to go ahead and leave. Nah, he left, bro. I'm joking.
Oh, he left? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this. All right, so that's it. Okay, so me VR, I'm not really sold on it yet. Especially at $500, I'm a cheap bastard. Like $500, I expect big things, and I always said this, and this is not just a jab at VR. Is any peripheral that gets created after the console, it's going to be hard to get support for that product because let's say like if us four of all of us in this room, we were game developers, right? And we had a choice to make a big AAA budget game for PlayStation VR, which only has 1 million sales, or are we going to make a game for the PlayStation 4 console itself that has 60 million? Obviously, we're going to make the game for the console.
We're going to do 60 million.
Yeah, we're going to go with the 60 million fan base. That's where the money
and cross support with PSVR.
You know what I'm saying? At best, we may put like a PSVR feature if it's like a first person.
Yeah.
But other than that, but that's the best you're gonna get. You're not gonna get a dedicated killer app. And I think that's what PSVR or any VR. I think that's what VR needs in general. They need that big killer app, but it's hard to justify doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, you know, some people like that. It's just not for me. Like I said, I wear glasses and I got bad eyes, and I'm not going to ruin them any worse than what they are. You know, and I'm not going to put something over my glasses. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. You know, and I can't take them off because, like somebody said, I'll be walking in the walls because I've had bad eyes since I was born. I was born with them. I was born with bad eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think it's probably because I almost died at birth, but that's besides the point. But, you know, I was born with bad eyes. I had glasses ever since I was, you know, I don't know, 1 or 2.
Mm.
So, you know, but I can't do that. But for people who like it, I still think they need, and for people who will enjoy it, like you guys said, one, I think, one, the price needs to come down. 2, I really do think they need to fix some things. And 3, I think it's more for the future and not for now, like you guys said. That I will agree with. I do agree with that. I think they brought it out. They're bringing this stuff out too fast.
Yeah. All right.
And, you know,
Okay.
you know.
So let's move on.
That's all.
Let's move on to the final topic, and then we'll wrap it up with anything you guys want to talk about. So this is the main topic, all right? So this is about the Nielsen survey. I'm gonna read it right now to you guys. So every year they do what's called it's called like the Gaming 360 whatever, and they do like this annual survey, and they release trends on everything. And this is in particular, it's called the Nielsen Games Annual Games 360 report. Right. So here's what they said about based on the survey. It says for Microsoft Project Scorpio and Sony's already released PS4 Pro, the numbers are neither all that stellar nor all that surprising. According to the study, just 14% of gamers over the age of 13 have ever heard of Project Scorpio, while just 27% have heard of the PS4 Pro. When it comes to purchasing those devices, just 15% of gamers said they're interested in buying Sony's new console, while 13% said Project Scorpio is on their prospective buy list. So overall, right now, most gamers don't know about these products, and then the few that do, very little want to buy them. So let's start with Kofi. What you think about this? What do you think about? Like to me, that just fell signs of Sony and Microsoft may never do these console refreshes again if people don't actually buy these consoles.
Look, when the PS4 Pro released, yeah, it just felt like a regular day to me. You know what I mean? Like it was nothing really special. I brought it home day one, came home, popped in Ratchet and Clank. How they've been promoting the PS4 Pro, they've been promoting it just like a regular PS4. It didn't feel like a whole new console launch. That's why these people don't really know about it, I feel like, per se, because they haven't really been advertising it heavy like that. You know, when the PS4 was about to drop, you see the type of ads they would do. The Pro never got anything like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like not too much people know about these stuff. And I think maybe these companies expect that. You know what I'm saying? They're not really trying to put a big push, especially with Sony and the PS4 Pro. I feel like with Microsoft, they're actually putting a bigger, you know, emphasis with the Scorpio. I feel like they're trying to launch that like it's a new console. But we'll see how they start advertising it during E3 when it gets revealed. But that's why I feel like not much people know about it when you're in the surveys and stuff.
See, I'll agree with you on that. I'll agree with you because they, first of all, they don't know how to market stuff and advertise stuff. And you are right when you talked about the advertising and the marketing of the products. That I will agree with. But my thing is that, you know, when I heard about the Pro, you know, like the, you know, PS4 Pro, I mean, I was like, well, I have, as they call it, the vanilla. I'm happy with it. All right, it gives me 4K and maybe a little bit of graphics. My thing is I want the games. Okay. So, you know, I'll get one down the line, but there was no rush for me to go out and get. They didn't give me a good enough reason to go out and run out and get one. Not that much of a difference from what I understand and from what people are telling me. So for me, like I agree. It is about marketing. You guys are right. They didn't market it right, so some people aren't going to know about it. You're not advertising. You're not marketing it in the proper way. Who's going to know about it? They're going to go by what they know and what they've seen in the ads.
The thing is, I think they're okay with it though, like that. That's the thing. I think Sony is okay with it being marketed like that. Obviously, when PS5 is about to drop, you're gonna see what type of marketing it's gonna have. You're gonna see how long it's gonna be talked for before it comes out, right? So that's why I feel like maybe in this survey, more people just don't know about it.
No, I agree.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people are really just content with what they have right now, man. I think a lot of people. Yeah, I think they're content with the guy. They're enjoying their games, and I don't know if people want to drop their. I mean, I know us, the hardcore, we might pick it up, but I mean, for every one of us, there's 10 casuals. So
exactly.
I don't think that's on the radar. As long as they can come home and play their games, I think they're all right. But I mean, like I said, I didn't agree with the Pro or the Scorpio in the beginning. Now I see they have their place. I see why they're here. But do I agree with it? Nah, I'd rather, have a brand new console, whole new gen. But it's still early. It's only, 3 years in? So, I mean, it's whatever, man. Just if you want it, get it. If not, fuck it. You know what I mean?
It seems like one of those consoles for, the hardcore, or, that one person that walks into like GameStop and, would probably have to ask the guy like, yo, what's the difference between the Pro and the thing? And you know what I'm saying? It seems like people won't know about it until they walk in the store and see it.
You know what's crazy though?
Then they
You
see
can
what's the
walk
difference.
you can go into a GameStop and ask them that. But you gotta depend. It depends on what GameStop you go to, because some are pro Sony and some are pro Xbox. If you go to the wrong one, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that shit is a piece of shit." They're gonna lie to you if they're an Xbox person. If they're a Sony person, they're gonna tell you what they feel is right.
No, I mean, I don't know. I had it.
I have a question for you.
I've had that done to me.
Oh, I believe you. I'm just saying. I mean,
I've had that done to me.
It works on both sides because GameStop employees are.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. It works on both sides because it depends on the employees that are working there on what they're. If they're pro Xbox, they're going to tell you the good shit about Xbox and tell you shit about Sony. But if they're pro Sony, they're going to tell you shit about Xbox and talk good about Sony. They're not going to be biased.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going to be biased. They're not going to sit there and say, well, okay, I just got to sell a console. If this is what they want, I got to tell them what they need to know to sell something. Yeah. They're not doing that.
Look, if you don't buy this PS4, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Okay?
Yo, I heard
pretty much.
what Titanfall?
And then you got the fanboys outside beating you up if you go buy something.
What Titanfall just said, I've heard that before. People say that, but it makes me think like, don't people know what console they're gonna like go and buy before they go into the store?
Actually, they do. But the problem is that if you got to realize something. If you're just a regular casual, not people like us that are hardcore, like you just said. If you're a casual, now I'm hardcore, so I'll go in there. I'm going to get what I'm going to get. I don't care. But see, I don't even go to GameStop no more because they're full of shit. But what I'm saying is that when I went there, I was going to get. I didn't give a flying. Excuse my mouth.
Yeah, but you knew what you wanted the 6 months out.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, I know casuals.
But the casual is not going to do that. The casual is going to say, "Oh, maybe I did make a mistake. Maybe I should do this."
This is why I feel like that's in the minority. I feel like when people walk into the store, because I've been into GameStop and people bought consoles, and usually they know exactly what they want to pick up when they get in there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, but you got to realize you got mom and pops you know? You got mom and pops going in there too, getting for the kids when the kids are asking for something, and.
Usually if a kid's asking, then maybe his friend already has one. That's usually what kids usually think about. Like they hear it from somewhere.
Yeah, but if their parent thinks that they're getting a better value out of something else, they're gonna buy the kid something else.
Man, not me, man. When I told my parents, be like, "Yo, I need that," I wouldn't want nothing else but that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, this is it's funny this topic we're talking about the casuals. This is probably one of the reasons why Sony goes after those marketing deals, because what's easier for a consumer that's a casual that doesn't know much than walk into a store, right? Let's say your kid tells you, "Mom, I want the Star Wars video game console, PlayStation 4," and mom and dad's like, "All right, we'll get it for you," and they're thinking, "What the fuck's a PlayStation 4? What's an Xbox? What does it look like?" So when they walk in the aisle, right? They walk in the aisle, they're like, "All right, we're looking for a console, whatever," and they see this big box, right? And the big box says Star Wars bundle with the console for $250. They'll be like, "Yep, this is what my son wants. I'm gonna go get it." You know what I'm saying? It's those big boxes that has the game packed in that sells.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. A consumer doesn't have to. You don't need a lot of discussion for that. If your kid tells you, "Mom, I want the new Call of Duty, but I need the console with it."
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying. That's my whole point. I feel like when people are going in to buy consoles, or even kids, casuals, they usually know what they want before they get into the store, or even a kid tells his parents what he wants before maybe they go and buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to see how much pull does a GameSpot or GameStop or whatever employee really have on the decision of
Well, actually, buying. You know what I'm saying? I've actually seen people do that in one area I lived in. I actually seen people come in and they're like, "Oh no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to." Like when I was buying shit for GameCube one time, bullshit to me, and I was like, "Fuck you," basically. Excuse my mouth, but fuck you. I wanted these certain games for GameCube, and I bought it. Kiss my ass. You ain't telling me what to buy. It's my fucking money. I earned it.
Hey, guess what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I've seen other people come in and they may have asked about Xbox, and some of these people talking about no, because they were Sony players. No,
you're like, no, don't get that.
No, it's good. It's good. But you might want to do this. This, it has more games.
Okay, I'm seeing some shit in the chat. Shout out to Wolflow. But parents just buy the cheapest system. I don't think it goes like that. Look, if a kid said he tells his parents, "I want an Xbox for Christmas." You think the parent goes and buys a PS4 because it's cheaper? I mean, the Xbox. What are you talking about?
Think about all your, everybody here when you were a kid. You don't say about, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" "I want shoes." You know what I mean? You're gonna say, "No, I want Nikes. I want Adidas. I want this." I want a gaming console. You're not gonna say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm reading the chat and they'll be like, buy the cheapest. Usually when a kid says like, "Okay, Mom, Dad, I want a Nintendo Switch. I really want a Nintendo Switch for Christmas."
Right.
The parents don't usually turn around and buys like a fucking Xbox 360 because it's used and it's cheaper.
The only time I can see a person going in there blind and not knowing what they want is if it's an uncle or an aunt that wants to be super. They want to be super courageous, and they want
that's true. That's true. But you've got parents that don't know. But somebody just said that you got parents that don't know the difference between a console and they can have somebody talk them into shit.
All right, Titanfall.
That's why I don't go to games.
But I think that they would maybe. I think they would maybe choose if they know they want someone to PlayStation. They'll probably go with the cheaper version of that PlayStation. You know what I mean? They're not gonna.
My parents I actually showed them which box it was. Like I want that.
Right.
So they just remembered the box and went and got it.
Have you guys ever told your parents that you want this and they bought you something completely different?
I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, wait. Let me tell y'all a story real quick. It's gonna be quick. It's funny. I remember it was my birthday. The day of my birthday, I came up from school. I was about 16. Had all the homies over there. We was chilling, eating cake, and then everybody had a PS2. Grand Theft Auto 3 had just came out. Everybody's excited. I'm excited. Like, man, I know my mom got me that. Whoop, whoop. We in the room, right? My mom knocked on the door. She bringing the bag, so we eyeing the bag. We eyeing like, what's in there? I was like, man, that bag look kind of small. Man, do you know I've grabbed out a Game Boy Advance? I was so pissed. I got clowned for a month. A month. You know what I mean?
Your mom picked up the wrong thing.
Yeah, she just picked up a Game Boy Advance. I thought I was getting a PS2. That shit was crazy, bro. But I'm just saying, like, in that situation, that probably had to do with little money. You know what I mean? But she knew I wanted a console. But I'm just saying, like, for majority of gaming consoles now, they're at the third year. They're affordable. So if your kids want something, I guarantee you'll probably get it. But I don't think they'll get the expensive version of that console, though. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Then they're not getting no PS4 Pro or Scorpio. They're not doing that.
But with this, all right, so a little bit back on the topic. So with this low turnout, right? Let's say if Pro and Scorpio have these low numbers. You think this is something that Sony and Microsoft will try to do again
Nah,
for the next cycle generation, or do you think they realize, this ain't worth it? It's not worth
they're
it.
not gonna do it.
I know some people say, kind of like,
you know what I think, Puerto Rock. You know what I think they need to do? I think maybe they should tell them, if I'm going to do something and I wanted to do numbers, I got to market it properly. I got to put ads out there. I got to show people what it's about. I got to show games. I got to show whatever. I got to show. You know what I'm saying? If
But we're kind of talking in the perspective that Sony's disappointed in pro sales. Do you think they're disappointed in pro sales?
I don't know. But here's my thing.
I don't think they care, bro.
Here's the thing. But here's another thing with this. I know some people say disappointed, not disappointed. The research and design wasn't cheap. You know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't cheap. It's not like they had, spare change to throw away. They put some thought behind this product. So there has to be a certain level of sales to justify the manufacturing and shipment of this thing.
Mm-hmm. You think it's not meeting that? That's what you feel like?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't know. So
I really don't know and stuff like that. I would just say this, and I know Princess is talking about marketing, but let's be honest. How do you market the Scorpio and the Pro without damaging the Slim and the Xbox One S? What can you say about this? Because let's use Xbox a little bit easier because it's more expensive. Let's say the Scorpio comes out at $500, right? And Microsoft markets the fuck out of this. They're like, oh, the Scorpio, this is the way to play Xbox. This is it. This is the future. This is the now. 460 Ultra, blah, 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 blah. And let's say the consumer sees that commercial.
Wait. But what you're saying ain't going to sell me on that shit. It gotta be.
But
it's on the console. You gotta have the games to sell me on that console. And that's what they're not doing, and not putting the games with the console.
But here's the thing, though. There is no games for Scorpio because the game Scorpio playing
exactly.
No, but they're Xbox One games. Same thing like the
exactly.
Y'all share games. Yeah,
that's what
a new console.
The only thing that these consoles aren't meant to give you new game experiences. They're supposed to just make the current library
that you play look better. Look a little better.
That's it. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna make it look and run better. That's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna give you a game.
Yeah, Puerto Rock. Look, I think.
Yeah. So how do you advertise?
You gotta get a 4K TV. That's right now. That's the problem with the Pro and the Scorpio. To see them both in all their glory, so to speak, you need to have the 4K TV.
Pro 100% is a waste if you don't have a 4K TV, in my opinion. That's my 100%.
And Scorpio is going to suffer the same thing. And it's not just a regular 4K TV. You got to get you want to look for that 10-bit HDR panel. You got to look for certain things. So even let's just say Black Friday, you get one at $400. I'm talking about a nice one, just Samsung, Sony, Vizio. And if Scorpio hits at $499 or $449, you're looking at $1,000. This is if you don't have the 4K TV, and you got people saying, "Well, I'm gonna trade stuff in." You're still looking at roughly $1,000, give or take. So that's a big investment.
Yeah, I mean, you will notice a performance difference, of course, but to get all the bang for your buck, you're gonna have to have a 4K TV.
Yeah, you got a 4K TV.
Yeah,
that's the issue with the Pro and the Scorpio. That's why Sony was reluctant to release a UHD player with their Pro, because UHD movies aren't moving. They're just not moving. So they're going. So the best thing to do is
because Disney hasn't even they're not putting out 4K movies at all until the end of the year.
Yeah, and I know Puerto Rock's a big Spider-Man fan. I can tell him this: since Sony is producing the new Spider-Man movie, you may see Homecoming at the end of the year in UHD. They're talking about it right now.
Oh, for like what?
Yeah, because there is no Disney property, no Marvel property. Only one in 4K is Deadpool, and that's Fox, and that's the only reason why.
Yeah, Fox, Marvel. Yeah.
See, I know. See, a lot of people. Speaking of UHD, I mean, I know it's a good option for Xbox One S. And it didn't cost anything extra, so it is a good option. But I knew it wasn't going to be a prime mover. Because the difference between during the PS2 era or even the early PS3 era is that we didn't have streaming. We didn't have movie streaming. I haven't seen a movie off a disc in years because I don't do that no more. I go online and watch my movie streaming.
You're cheap.
I get it. It's better to buy it digitally or just do my Netflix.
Just called you cheap.
Yeah, you're cheap.
But the whole point is, why do I want to limit? Like if I buy a disc, the only way I can see that disc is by putting in the player. But if I get it digitally, I could put it on my phone. I could put it on my tablet. My wife can have it on her phone. My daughter can have it on her phone. I could still play it on my
Yeah.
Or it's just why would I limit myself buying a disc movie? And usually the digital movies are cheaper than the disc.
Well, again, you're paying, but honestly, as of right now, digital movies aren't as clean looking as the Blu-ray. Not yet. I'm not saying we won't get there one day, but so you're.
I know, but to me, that's a video file thing. That's a video file thing. That's more like like I know this is why I catch some people. Some people be like, oh, the quality is incredible. So then I ask them, okay, hey, so what type of 7.1 surround sound system you got? Oh no, I use TV speakers. Get the fuck out of here. You're telling me you all worried about the perfect image, but you want some shitty fucking sounding system? Get out of here, bro. If you're gonna do it, then do it right. If you want that nice looking home theater experience. But don't come with me on this video file thing, and you're listening on regular shitty ass TV speakers. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm not that big video file. I watch a movie, listen to it, and I keep it moving. I'm not looking to see how clear a pimple is on the Rock's ass or anything like that. I'm not that. It's not that serious.
Well,
I mean, I know some people. But here's another thing: if a person is a true video file, they're probably not going to rely on a console for their movies.
Exactly.
They're gonna want a dedicated, top of the line, fucking Blu-ray player that puts all the bells and whistles for that quality video file movie. Now I heard the Xbox One S is a pretty quality product when it comes to movies, but I think the Xbox One S is the overall entertainment gamer. You want a movie, you want games and all that stuff. And I don't think Sony went that route because they saw how damaging it was for them with the PS3 and stuff. And I think they're kind of scared of ever doing that.
That's why I don't understand why Microsoft went that way. Because they saw what it did to Sony. Why would you go that way?
Because at its heart, honestly, Princess, at its heart, the Xbox One, even the Xbox One S, is a media device first. Now, Scorpio's coming.
Yeah, I know that because everybody doesn't play games. They're on social media all the fucking time.
I agree with you. That's why a lot of people in the Xbox community are making the videos of how disappointed they are, where their games at and things like that. I've heard Porter Rock say this before. Hey, look, if it's not giving you what you want, go buy something else. I mean, he's exactly right about that. So I've heard you say that too. But again, at the end of the day, that's still Don Matrix machine. Whether it's an Xbox One S or the Xbox One Elite, it's still a media device first, a game device second. The fanboys don't see it. I know I was off air there. The fanboys don't see it that way because I was going to say to Kofi, look, if you don't see what Microsoft's long-term vision is, you're blind. Stevie Wonder can see what they're doing.
Oh, so what are they doing? What do you think
they're moving to subscription-based services. That's what they're doing. It's not that big a deal. I mean, if you look at Xbox Live subscription service, Games with Go subscription, the thing with EA Access, I know that's split with EA, but subscription, the Microsoft Gaming Pass. I think everybody's going to say these are good. All right, fine, these are good ideas, but that's what they're doing. So you
think they're going to stop releasing individual selling products like games and digital, and everything's going to be like the only way you'll be able to play an Xbox game is if you sign up for a subscription service? You think
possibly? I mean, if you look at where they're making all their money at, it's not on the box; it's in their subscriptions. I mean, I'm not dissing Microsoft. This is what they do to make their money.
Allday, what you feel about that? All right, hey, it's press on. So, hey,
good talk to you, man.
Hey, let me give a shout out. Let me give a shout out to Kofi. Hey, I know he has to leave soon. Hey, Kofi. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for showing up to the podcast. Some great insight.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry that I got to cut out a little bit early. I got something to take care of. It was a pleasure talking with all you guys. You guys know where to find me.
Sure.
Hey, Kofi, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
we really do.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back on here.
All right, awesome. Hey, you can find him in the description. I put his Twitter and his YouTube channel. Check out his content. He has a great podcast and stuff like that. When's your podcast? I think yours is like every 2 weeks or something.
Monday.
Yeah, it's every 2 weeks. Yeah, on the Monday. It's turning into a weekly podcast as soon as the strike is over on my channel. So it's gonna be good, guys. Yeah, check it out. If you guys already don't know about it. And yeah, it was a pleasure talking with you guys. And hopefully we could talk again.
Awesome.
It was a pleasure having you here. It was a pleasure.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Take care, Kofi.
Take it easy.
All right, so Allday, back to you. How do you feel about that? Like what's your perception of what Microsoft is doing in terms of that?
With what? Say it. Repeat.
Like the way, Craig just mentioned that there's a possibility that Microsoft could be heading into a direction where every content is going to be part of it's behind a subscription service. So instead of making a game where you could digitally download directly and buy it, or go to a store and buy a physical, it's like Netflix. You're not buying a movie; you're just paying a subscription, and that's how you're going to play your games on Xbox. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. Those type of things really don't work for me because everything I want, I buy immediately.
Yeah,
I'm an impulsive buyer, so that has no service. I mean, like someone like my little brother or my son or kid, whoever, that's cool for them. You know what I mean? Because they can try out what they like, what they don't like, and maybe if they do like a game, they can purchase it for a discounted price. That's cool. But as it for me, that don't fly with me because everything I want, I buy. You know what I mean? So I think heading that direction is cool for the casual, and that's where they're kind of marketing it. And that's fine, but I mean, I don't want everything to turn into a fucking subscription service. I mean, look how much money. I mean, fuck, dude. Every month.
I agree with him. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right.
I'm paying for Netflix. I'm paying for Hulu. I'm paying for what else am I paying for? Fucking
Spotify. I got
Apple Music. I'm paying for Apple Music. I'm paying for Amazon Prime.
Like
I mean, bro, like. It's really getting redundant. Like I'm thinking about like really taking a day or two, sit back and just realize what I'm not using and what I'm using, and just start eliminating some of these subscription services because it's getting overwhelming and money just oozing. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Microsoft. I mean, that's cool. They could do that Game Pass, but I say stop it right there. No more after that, or don't put much emphasis. Make it about 50 to 75 games to shuffle through, and that's about it. But don't start. I mean, the exclusive content is a kind of cool idea, but again, they're putting more eggs into that basket that I don't really care too much about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. So what if they did something like imagine a place, and this could go for both companies, where you buy a console, right? And the only way to play games is a subscription service. So let's say it's like $30 a month. Pretty expensive, but now hear me out. So $30 a month, right? But every game that they make, third party, whatever, you automatically have access to day one. So let's say when they release, let's say when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, you automatically have it. Persona 5, you're automatically able to play it. All these games, every single game, doesn't matter what it is, you just download what you want.
Let me tell you the problem with that. I mean, because when I had my 360, I had some burnt. We all had modded 360 back in the day, right? And I noticed that I had every game out, right? And reason why I backed up out of this and I stopped doing it because I had too many games and I started not giving a fuck about none of the games. Even games I've been waiting for 5 years, I didn't even care. You know what I mean? I can't beat this level. Pop in another game. Oh, you know what I mean? Like it's just you don't appreciate the game when you have too much of it. You know what I mean? Okay. So me having a catalog of games on Sony side or Microsoft side as a subscription service, I guarantee you, just like Netflix, I'm not gonna watch everything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get to appreciate everything. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel.
Okay. What about you guys? How about everybody else? How would you feel about that? Where it's like $30 a month, but you have access to every game day one.
You got to realize something. I also like my physicals. So for me, that may be good for a casual, but for me, I'm a collector and I like my physicals. So if you're gonna go that route and not do all the other shit, it ain't for me.
Now, why did both companies did that and there's no more physical? Like right now, that's it. It's a wrap. Doesn't matter what platform. This is the future. This is the way they're all doing it.
So no. See, now you're fucking with my head, Porter Rock. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Porter Rock. No, you're not right now. No, man.
Oh, look. I mean, just never know. I mean, look at it. Remember,
I know.
Last gen, there was only one console that was using Blu-ray. Everybody else was fine with DVD. And now look, every console is using Blu-ray. So you never know. What if that happened? What if all our consoles, it doesn't have to be next gen, but let's say 2-3 years from now, they're no longer physical and they're subscription based. Meaning you buy a PlayStation, subscribe to $30 a month and you get every access to every game. Microsoft, same thing.
Yeah, but are you going to get it just for the month or are you going to get it until you finish the game?
No, it's just subscription based. And the moment you stop your subscription, you don't get to play no games. Like the only way you get to play games is
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. If they bring out, say, 4 games in a month and you pay that $30, do you only have a month to play those games?
No. You pay them. It's just like Netflix. You could play them as much as you want. Like you know how you subscribe to Netflix? You got access to every single
All
game.
right.
That's on Netflix. Same thing with games. You got access to every single game that's available.
You know,
As long as you keep paying your $30 a month, you get to play those games. But the moment you stop paying,
but 30.
don't play nothing.
You know what? But
That would suck.
I still like the physicals. I know what you're saying. I mean, I guess I would have to.
Yeah.
If I wanted to be a gamer.
Yeah, we would be suck. Life would suck.
Yeah, it would because I'd have to conform to it, even though I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, but if I want a game, it's something I'd have to do. Just give up one of my favorite pastimes. Honestly.
Nah, we can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not an option.
What are you trying to bring? Tears to my eyes? Talking about no more physicals? Let me stop.
That's not an option. You can't give up gaming. I'll be like, shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is be crazy.
All right.
They can't do that. You know what? And you know what's wrong about them trying to put everything? How many people are you going to put out of a job for not making physicals?
Yeah. They don't give a shit about that. That's just the world.
Yeah.
Well, they need to. They need to.
No. Sad, but they don't.
No, but those people who have those jobs also buy games. So if you're going to put them out of a job, they ain't going to go with that shit. They're going to say, excuse my French, but fuck you. Because I'm not buying your shit. I ain't doing shit. I give up gaming because you didn't care about my damn job.
Yeah.
If you put people out of jobs, it's going to be harder for people to buy shit. So your numbers are going to go down. Yeah. So they got to watch how they do that. But yeah, you can have your physical shit for people who like physical. And then you have your digital for people who don't care about physical.
Yeah.
And let them do digital.
Yeah. So
that way.
So let's move on to one more topic. I know.
Oh shit! I thought that was the last one. See,
I forgot.
Oh, you liar, pants on fire.
Pants on fire. I had my fingers crossed. I know. I forgot. I just remember all day wanted to talk about BioWare Studios closing down. So what's going on all day?
Yeah, this is big.
And that was
man. I just seen it on Twitter, bro. But you know what? Like. If it is, I mean, I heard they're downsizing.
I got to ask you a question. Does that mean no more Mass Effect?
I don't know. They're taking up. They're pausing it right now.
Give us the rundown. What you heard?
Oh shit! Yeah, tell me because I don't know.
I just heard they're downsizing their studio that developed this Mass Effect, and this is their first time developing it. So, I think Mass Effect is going to be on ice for a little bit due to the public reception of the game. It wasn't too good. Me being a Mass Effect fan, I still haven't beat the game. I'm still unexcited about it. I'm just gonna play it just because I have it, but other than that, bro, it's ridiculous, man. Like I just felt like they weren't like, I don't know, they just didn't care enough. I don't think it wasn't polished enough. A lot of issues, a lot of bugs. I'm not saying I won't find any fun in it, but fuck, dude, like I don't know, it just wasn't Shepard, man. Honestly,
but that's crazy. It's crazy they're gonna downsize and oh my god.
Damn, you know what that means, right? So the odds of them being able to do like a new Jade Empire or Knights of the Old Republic is looking slim.
Well, let me piggyback on what Allday just said because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan myself.
I just don't care about it. I just don't care.
I agree. The fact that you're saying I don't, as big a fan as you are, that I just don't care about it, that's the problem. That's a problem. I mean, because I know you're a big fan. I'm a huge fan of that series, and I just to this day will go down and just say that they should have just made Mass Effect 4. Yeah, that's what they should have done.
I'm not gonna lie. I played Mass Effect all 3 titles twice. That's one of the few games I actually will play because most games I don't play twice. No matter, it's just because I like to move on to the experience. But that space soap opera shit, I love that shit. I love that type. I love that genre. And
they should have made Mass Effect 4. And that's what can you say? If they start closing it down, then it's kind of like, and also
they're not closing down. I think they're downsizing, but it's clear.
Yeah, but these people they had these Mass Effect dedicated channels that got invited out to San Francisco that just outright came out and lied about the game and what it looked like and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, Stevie Wonder could see the flaws in that game when they did their press conference with the NVIDIA stuff. You could see, and then they did an Xbox One version, and it looked like trash. And it's like, how in the hell did you all not see this? And now you're derelict and not reporting it. Because they were that's what pissed me off more than anything, because they got early access, they just didn't come out and tell the truth. So
listen, I hate to do this, but Porter Rock, I have to run. Something came up.
Yeah, we're about to finish. Let's finish it up now. So that was a good thing.
All right.
Let's start. Let's do the outro and get everybody out of here. Start with you, Princess.
Yo.
All right, listen, everybody. I want to thank everybody for watching. A YouTube fake. You know where I am. All right. I'm on here every Wednesday. I got my own podcast called the Irish Podcast on. Come and join us. But what I want you to do is hit that like button. And I want you to follow everybody that was on this panel. We all got good content. They all have good content. Do me a favor. Hit that like button and follow everybody here. Okay? They're going to tell you some real shit. They ain't going to lie to you. I'm out of here, and thank you very much. And you're going to hit that like button. You know why? Because y'all love me.
That's what's up.
Later.
Hey, thank you so much, Princess. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Hey, Craig Harris, go ahead. Give me the outro.
Craig Harris, follow me at Twitter, Craig Harris 456. Appreciate the Vine, Porter Rock. Let's come over to Craig's Corner. Got to get all of you all on Craig's Corner for a one-on-one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me know.
So yeah, let's try to get that all scheduled. I do appreciate the Vine, Porter Rock. Always a pleasure talking to you all day. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Princess, you are the true princess, and Porter Rock. Appreciate your service to the country, my man, and I appreciate the Vine again. Thanks.
Thank you so much. All right, and my boy, the pettiest game on the internet, my man. All day. All
What
day.
up, y'all, man? Thanks everybody for coming out to watch 60 Frames with Lag podcast. I mean, it's always fun on Wednesdays. I had a good time. We had some good topics, had fun, and see you guys next week.
Just saying, I'm gonna upgrade this podcast with Scorpio power. You know what I'm saying?
Just put 64K.
We're gonna run in 4K. Ultra.
Right?
Ryzen Vega, baby. Ryzen Vega.
CUDA cores.
Yeah.
Powered by CUDA. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hey, I want to thank everybody for showing up and rocking out. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I want to thank again our special guest, Press Kofi, who left. It was enjoyable. I'm gonna try. Who's sneezing? Somebody blowing their nose or something?
Yo, that was me. My bad.
Oh shit. Yo. Anyway, hopefully next week I'll see if I could get Fame 2K next week or sometime, because I know some people requested him and stuff, and see what other guests I could get. But anyway, thanks for rocking out. We appreciate it. Anyway, it is your boy Porter Rock 77. Yo. Catch us every Wednesday. Next week we'll be back to our normal scheduled time of 7 p.m. Eastern. But until then, stay tuned for some videos. Subscribe, hit the like button. You'll see the end cards, the end screens at the end of the video. And check out my people that were on the podcast. Their description, all their info will be in my description box. Right? But anyway, you all have a good night and take care. Peace.